Hey guys, Jeff with Westcott Design. So we're taking a step back here. We're working on the new Raptor platform. They call it the 3.5. There's the first gen, second gen, third gen, and then 3.5. So I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, do you think you guys will do stuff for the first gens as well? Well, here we are. We found a truck here that has been untouched, that is pure, like to the T, like even the shocks in this truck. And I got to tell you the story about how we found this truck. It was kind of crazy because I knew that we wanted one, and I knew when the time came or the time was right that we would find one. And so I kind of went and geofenced different areas of Facebook Marketplace where I thought that the weather would be good, that I knew that the body would be in good shape, the frame would be in good shape, and probably be able to find a pretty solid one. So we went in different parts of California, New Mexico, Nevada, different stuff like that. I struck out, was having no look. I'm like, you know what? I guess the day will come when the right one shows up. Well, I decided that next morning, 2 mornings ago, I decided to go look on eBay. And I don't buy anything off of eBay because I've had really bad luck buying stuff off of eBay in the past. So what I did is I went on eBay, I started scrolling through first gen Raptors, and all of a sudden I came across this truck, and I looked and I was like, gosh, the background looks like it could be like Arizona, the houses with the tile roofs. So I scroll down, sure enough, it says it's in Scottsdale. So I was like, no way. So I went through the pictures and I reached out to the guy on a message and said, hey, is there any way I could come look at the truck? I'm interested in it. And he said, sure. And it just coincidental, it worked out. Went and looked at the truck. It was pretty spotless. The vents are off the hood here. And the reason they're off already is because we're getting ready to start polishing the truck and actually do some new clips and some different things just to help the truck along where things are broken or seem like, to me, the colors, they're discolored, and I want to fix them because I want the truck to be super pure, super clean. And that's just kind of how I am. Like, it's the little details and stuff. But my wife says, really, is this necessary? Do we need to really buy this truck? And I said, yeah, we do. We need to buy this truck. I don't know that I'm gonna find another one that's actually this clean. We did. She drove me over, we picked it up, we bought it. I mean, even like the headlights in it, all the moldings, the interior, we'll go through all this stuff, but I wanna share like just that this truck was super nice. And then the colors, you know, the white, the other hot color that I thought was the orange and the black. That's another one of my favorite colors. But because this white was so pristine and original paint, I just was like, I think this is definitely the one. I'm gonna pop the hood because I really want you to see underneath the hood. I actually ordered new vents. Did I need them? Probably not, but they were a little discolored. But just like getting underneath the hood, we took the liner off of here because I'm gonna wash all this. And we had to take that off to get the vents off. But just like underneath the hood here, on just how clean it really is. Like, it's crazy. The firewall, the fender wells, through here, up through here, on how nice it was. This truck, from my understanding, was used as a construction truck. So they carried stuff in the bed. It had a bed liner in it originally. They didn't toast. They obviously moved stuff around in the yard with this hitch. The hitch is a bolt-in hitch, so I'm going to remove that right away. I've got a new grill here for that. I'm gonna repowder coat the bumpers, and I'm gonna repaint the fender flares. I wanna build a truck, a big, full-blown, long travel suspension truck, and this will eventually become that. But until then, we are going to use it to build around for production stuff for people to buy parts and bolt onto their truck. And then we will then add roll cage and all the long travel suspension and fenders and all that stuff. And I know it sucks because it's like such a pristine truck to do that, but I've looked at a bunch of trucks that are already done and they just weren't done to the level that I thought I could be okay with. And I looked at so much of the stuff that I realized that at the end of the day, I would have to cut so much of this out. I would have to re-weld so much of this stuff. I'd have to redo so much things on this that I just might as well start from fresh and do something exactly the way that I want it done, or the way that I feel it should be done, with the attention to detail that I believe in with what we do. So let's hear a walk around here underneath the hood. Obviously super cool interior in this thing, crazy. When I pulled up, it had the visor up in the windshield. The back seats literally look like it had never been sat in. The front seats, even like the stitching on the seat here and just how nice the seat is. They typically come with heated seats, the navigation and the sunroof, and it was ordered specifically without any of that stuff on it. So super cool to see that because I don't need any of that stuff. It just causes for more problems. The heated seats might have been nice. Obviously people say, oh, you live in Arizona, why do you need heated seats? In the winter months, it's a little bit cold in the morning and stuff like that. So then looking in here in the wheel well, I did start kind of washing the wheel wells out in them, but you can just see how nice the wheel wells are in these. The factory shocks, OEM shocks, were actually replaced a couple of years ago. So that's great. It allows us to do some different testing and stuff like that and still try to utilize the factory shocks. There was a bed liner in this. You can see, like I said, it had a bed liner in it. They did spray, it had not a bed, it had a drop-in bed liner, and then this bed liner was obviously added. You can see there's a couple dings in the fenders and stuff like that. I was gonna take a hammer dolly from the backside, but then I'm like, you know what, really at the end of the day, the little things like that are just small little things on the truck, but to me, I even noticed those things, so I'm like, okay, do I straighten those things out or do I not? I don't know, you know, at the end of the day. What are your guys' thoughts on that? It had, I got a new rear bumper for it. I'm gonna actually put that on today because I'm gonna have to drive this thing around for a little while before we modify it. And I just can't drive around if it's not perfect. So it has a little ding right here, which that obviously got backed into the parking lot and then it got pushed right here. So put a little ding right here and one little ding right here. But other than that, the truck's in great shape. Like I said, I'm gonna repaint the fenders because it got touched up on just this one. But you know, these are little things. I mean, it's kind of hard to find a truck from 2013 that's in this kind of shape, that's never been off-road. Literally, there isn't even a scratch underneath the truck. There wasn't any dust underneath the truck. So I knew for a fact that, like, looking at it, the spare tire's never been out. The factory original spare tire's never been out from underneath it. But to find one that's that kind of shape, it's pretty rare. So pretty cool, pretty excited about this. We'd love to hear what you guys think and what you guys would like to see as far as products and stuff go. I think probably first out of the gate, it's gonna be bumpers, front and rear bumpers and rock sliders, or it's gonna be front and rear bumpers and a chase rack for the back of the bed. We are probably gonna do our own preload collar. It's actually gonna be a replacement for the lower collar. It's not gonna be a collar that slides on and that goes back over the top. But what people don't know, because people say, oh, you know, you're preloading the springs and the truck's not designed that way, and you know, like to preload the springs, I'm gonna give you a great example right here. These are Fox shocks, factory Fox shocks that they offered on this truck in 2013. This truck has a clip adjustment for 3 different heights of clip adjustment in the front. So low, medium, and high. It's in the lowest setting right now. So when I move that clip height and I adjust that collar, I'm creating preload on that spring the exact same way our Westcott Designs kit works, but we're building the preload in the collar. So obviously they do it their way, we did it our way. They both, at the end of the day, they both are doing the exact same thing, creating preload. If someone says, oh, you know, that's wrong, you shouldn't do things like that and this and that, then maybe you should get on the telephone and stop trying to talk about Westcott Designs as that we don't know what we're doing, and maybe you call up Fox Corporation and tell them that they don't know what they're doing either. Because if they don't know what they're doing, neither does Bilstein. Bilstein's been doing it for years. So what we did is we figured out how we can take a factory shock and do the exact same thing where they don't have them adjustable, and we've added the adjustment to it. So anyways, I hope that helps you understand a little bit more that there's other companies out here that have been doing this stuff for years in a different way, and we found our way of doing it to make it do the same thing and work in the same way. So again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this truck. Follow us along. This is gonna be a really fun project, super clean truck, and I'm really excited to share it with you as time goes on with everything we do to it. Thanks so much. Take care.